Welcome. Oh, I forgot the intro. Wham. Bam. Intro. Welcome to the cockpit. My name's Ryan and I'll be your pilot tonight. Boys, it's a new era in Jets football. Sam Darnold, R.I.P. Got to throw it on one last time. Last day he's going to be a Jet. Unfortunately, look at D-Mac in the chat. You jinxed Adams and Darnold's with t-shirts. I got to stop making t-shirts. That's what it is. I got to stop making t-shirts. I got to stop ordering stuff from all my jerseys. I don't have one jersey of a current Jet player. Ugh. Whatever. Boys, we're going to give a t-shirt away, but it's not going to be tonight. It's going to wind up being tomorrow. And here's why. I had a few people in the comments saying people that watch the streams after the streams don't get an opportunity at the shirt. So I have a few cool opportunities that we could do. If you hang around in the chat, I'm going to pick we'll do it every half hour. We'll pick someone. I'm going to use Nightbot. I'm going to use someone. A name's going to pop up. I'm going to write your name on a list. So you, 4 people are going to be entered in to potentially get a shirt in tomorrow's stream. And then anyone who's watching this stream after it has aired, if you leave a comment down below in the video, not in the live stream, but down below in the video, just leave a comment. All you got to do is leave a comment. And anyone that's watching in stream now, even someone that's picked on this list right here, leave some comments down after the stream as well. So that'll be 2 different ways that you could potentially be entered in to win a shirt tomorrow. And it's a top secret shirt. Top secret shirt. I'm not showing you what it looks like. Top secret. But it's a new shirt. Hopefully it doesn't jinx us. But you're going to get a new shirt. And hopefully everything works out properly. You should get it before draft time. We gave away 1 shirt earlier today out on the Sam Got Traded live stream, the initial live stream we did. So just an option. It's the gay size shirt. No, Scott, it's not the gay size. I had, how many of you remember this? I had a shirt, or actually no, a towel that I was giving away. It was a picture of Adam Gase's face and a picture of Jim Bob Cooter's face, and the towel was called Gaze at My Cooter. Well, unfortunately, the site that I use to make these towels and shirts and things like that did not like my idea of a Gaze at My Cooter bath towel. So, no, it is not that one, unfortunately. Gusto Trey, you were the one that won the shirt earlier today. So I'm sure you'll be excited. Ooh, the NY Bully comes in with a super chat, says, on a scale of stubbing my toe to someone screwing my wife, how mad is Robbie Anderson that Darnold is his quarterback again? Look, I wish Sam nothing but the best. I really do. I love Sam Darnold, the person. I got to meet him at training camp. He's a really good dude. And, I was really excited about him. I think the Panthers got a really, really good potential quarterback for not a whole heck of a lot of draft capital, considering what they'd have to give up to get to number 2 or 3 in this year's draft. So I think he is going to a good spot. But on a scale from stub my toe to screwing my wife, it's somewhere in the middle. It's not quite screwing my wife because I like Robbie. I think they didn't have that much chemistry. The deep ball, good luck. You're basically getting Teddy Bridgewater with the arm strength from what I'm looking at. So Panthers fans, I don't think you're getting a bad quarterback. I just think you're not going to be able to utilize Robbie Anderson the way that you probably had hoped, getting a former number 3 overall quarterback. Mumtaz, thank you so much for the super chat. He says, trade is a smokescreen. Morgan is the man with the 2nd pick. Jets draft defensive tackle Christian Barmore. Mumtaz, I will punt you so hard across this. I will eject you. You know what? Bam! Chicken. You're out of here! Get the hell out of here, Mumtaz. I love you, but no. Not happening. Ugh, I'd be so upset if we rolled with Morgan. Ormsby and Carlos Santos, my brothers, thank you so much for being the newest members of the Jets Talk 24/7 family. Boys and girls, tonight we have a special stream afterwards. I'm going to be jumping over to Green Bean's channel. We're doing a mock draft. We had a contest. Some people won, the mock draft contest where we wind up getting people on a stream, and we're doing a full first round. Your boys got the Patriots as a pick. One of my picks. I have the Jets second, I think 23rd overall pick is what I got as well. Guess who's getting a kicker in the first round? Patriots. Best GM ever. Bite me. But make sure you check out Green Bean's stream after this. All right, Eddie. Trading number 1 picks Jamal Adams and Sam Darnold may actually help the Jets. We shall see. Eddie, I completely agree. The trading of Jamal Adams was a huge, huge plus. Now, the trade for Sam Darnold, what do I feel about the compensation? A 6th round pick this year, a 2nd and a 4th next year. Now, I like it. I'm a big fan of this trade, mainly because I wanted a 2nd round pick for Sam. If I had gotten a 2nd round pick for Sam, fine. And I understand why some people may be a little frustrated. We only got a 6th round pick this year. And then the 2nd next year is really a 3rd this year. And the 4th next year is really a 5th this year. It's, the whole organization whatnot. I say this is my counterpoint. I do not believe that is the right way to look at it. Choranzo Zon 13. Yeah! Welcome to the channel, brother. Check out your new emojis. You got some JETS emojis down there. Some Robert Salas screaming. And some fireman head. Sorry. Okay, so yeah, no. Trade compensation-wise, I think it makes a lot of sense for the Jets. I think in a year that we had where the Jets were unable to see a full year of college from a lot of players. Now, it's also part of the reason why I'm a little concerned with the whole Wilson thing. But the fact that we had a shortened season in college and we have so many draft picks this year, it almost makes it a little easier to get future draft picks because that loads us up next year for any potential moves we want to make, as well as getting a full college season under our belt. And so I don't mind deferring the picks. So we're basically getting a 2nd, a 4th, and a 6th for Sam. I was just going to take a 2nd. So, yeah, I'm real happy with this trade. I don't know what Panthers fans are feeling like. I mean, I guess it's cool because, you got it for a 6th round pick this year, you get a quarterback. And, potentially if he plays well, especially with Joe Brady. I love Joe Brady. You guys saw my midseason mock where I had the Jets bring him in as our head coach. So I'm a big fan of Joe Brady. And I like Matt Rule as well. I know O'Leary's probably pretty happy as well. I haven't really talked to O'Leary and Green Bean yet. I got to talk to these guys. I've been so running all over the place right now. But yeah, no, I think the trade makes a lot of sense for the Jets. I think it makes a lot of sense for the Panthers too. I don't think there's necessarily a loser. I do think the Jets made out well for Sam Darnold. I think that's as much as you could have hoped for. I had said we were going to trade for Carolina's 2nd round pick this year. So potentially next year's 2nd round pick. That has the potential to be a really high pick too. I mean, you look at who they're playing next year. They got a tough schedule. And there's no guarantee. I mean, heck, with Teddy Bridgewater, they had, the 9th overall pick. Or the 8th overall pick, right? I think 8th. So, I'm a fan. Jet Life says panel. I'll be doing a panel tomorrow. We'll be doing the panel. Don't you worry. Tuesday Talking Jets panel's coming back. I just haven't talked to O'Leary and Green Bean today. Or since the trade happened, at least. That was, 4 hours ago now. We are definitely going to be doing our live stream for the draft too, so make sure you guys tune in for that. Hang out with us. It's going to be me, Green Bean, O'Leary, and then I think we may rotate a few people in through that 4th slot throughout the season. Anthony Thomas, thank you for the super chat, says, Buddy is a Panthers fan. They feel scared. It's not that big of a risk, right? Like, you're giving up a 2nd next year. That's like the tough one, but at least it's a year later. You're not giving up 39 this year or whatever pick they had. They exercise the 5th year option, so it's not like you're trying to trade up for a quarterback next year. They know what they're getting. The Jets, we know we're taking quarterback at number 2. And everyone has us pegged for Wilson. Although everyone had us pegged for Tooney and all these other players in free agency, and literally no one. I mean, Corey Davis was the one player that I thought the Jets would go after, that they did go after. But like everyone else, totally out of left field. No one thought that Joe Douglas was going those directions. So who knows? Everyone picking Zach Wilson for number 2. Maybe we go Justin Fields. Really, like, wow. If they would go Justin Fields, that would be a total shocker to me. Just watching the 2 pro days, and pro days don't mean anything. Like I understand what Wilson did, or what Fields did against Trevor Lawrence, but I think when you like, just the zip coming off the hand of Wilson was just, it seemed wow. Like I wish they like hit with a radar gun. Like how fast were they throwing? Fields had a nice bomb down the field. He's probably the most accurate of the deep ball passers, I would think. I don't know how I would gauge that, but he seems like he's got a beautiful deep ball. But Zach Wilson feels like he would do everything that the Matt Ryan, Jimmy Garoppolo type quarterbacks would be doing. Those, I don't want to say the short passes, but just really ripping the ball. I'm a fan of it. I think it's going to be Wilson. That's my final answer, along with every other Jets YouTuber and every other Jet fan across the board. Guys, we are going to do a t-shirt giveaway. Like I said, all you have to do is hang around in the chat. Let's do it. We're going to pick one contestant, possibly. So this, whoever gets this, whatever name pops up, if you're not the winner, we're going to give away the shirt tomorrow. But it's a new shirt, top secret shirt. You're not even going to see it when I send it out. You're just going to get it, and you're going to be like, whoa, what is this? That's all it's going to be. But we're going to give away, I'm going to get 4, who knows, maybe more. Potentially 4. Potentially more. Contestants, plus anyone who comments on the stream after it has aired. If you want bonus points, you share the stream after it's aired. That is some big time help. Thoroughly enjoy that. Trying to grow the channel. I like it. Johnny Bravo says more Wilson shirts. Could it be a Wilson shirt? Could it? It might be. Could it be a Field shirt? Could it be a Sam Darnold shirt? Could I just be screwing with all you guys? It's possible. Anything's possible. Let's see. Who is Nightbot going to pick? I'm going to jot down your name. So make sure you hang tight through this whole stream, because you could, who knows? Who knows? You could get picked. You could get picked. Trey, if it's you, I'm going to have to do another one. Ah, Trey. It literally, wow, that was, Trey, it's not you. Sorry. You already got one. Let's do this again. Sorry, Trey. He's like, oh, double shirt. Let's see. Come on, Nightbot. Give me someone different. Snowball. All right, Snowball. I see. You are qualified for the shirt at the end of this stream. I can't say I've ever seen Snowball's name pop up in the chat, but I guess you're you're lurking. You're creeping back there. Snowball, you are there. Jump in the chat. Let's see it. One fake honey badger says, "Send me the t-shirt." Sneakers to boots. Who is Snowball? I don't know. I don't know who Snowball is. Nightbot picks him. Someone who's in the chat. Lurker. Creeping. Guys, drop a like on this video. Actually, maybe you shouldn't drop a like. We got 69 likes. This is pretty great for my immature personality. No, drop a like on the video. Drop a like on the video, and let's get it over 100. We could do this. Anyone that tunes into the stream after this gets a nice little oh wow, I should have been there. Kind of a thing. Let's see if I play with this. Bam! What do I got? That's a little too wide. It's just fine. I wonder if I can change with the exposure. It's a little. Let's see, is that lighter or darker? That's darker. Let's go lighter. See what this does. Brighten up the room a little bit. It's brightening me up. We'll see. Slide back a little bit. Look at this. Now you got a little bit of a look in my room. What are you guys saying in the chat? Nightbot picking non-subs. No, Nightbot doesn't. I think Nightbot's meant more for Twitch. And it says everyone is a non-sub whenever I use Nightbot. So everyone is a Casper in the chat. Sorry. Oh, there we go. That's actually a little bit better. Yeah, so we're going to give away a shirt tomorrow. I want to hear what you guys have to say about this whole Sam Darnold trade. Are you guys happy about it? Are you upset to see Sam go? I know I'm a little sad. It's a little bittersweet. I love me some Sam Darnold. But I think it's the right move. It's the move that I thought the Jets should make. Now, did you want the Jets to wait till draft night? My thought process on that? No. I'm glad they did not wait till draft night. Because Alex Smith is still out there. I don't want him to potentially sneak in to a spot that we could have traded him. I also like the idea of having a super positive draft night. Someone brought this up to me before, so I apologize. Whoever was in my Instagram DMs before, we were going back and forth, and he brought up, I want good vibes. I want good vibes for the NFL draft and our new quarterback. I didn't want to deal with like where's Sam going, and this whole back and forth. So I think that is spot on. I think it was a right thought process with that. What do we got? David, the Scottish NY Jets fan, says, just want to wish Sam all the best. Yes, me too. I really wish Sam the best. I hope he has a great career after this season. Like, I hope maybe Teddy Bridgewater starts. No, I know they're going to start Sam. But I hope maybe he gets mono again or something like that. And he has to miss a bunch of games, and they get a really high draft pick. And then the Jets wind up capitalizing on the, I don't want to say the mishap. I hope we get a high second round pick. That's basically what I'm looking for. E-Rock, thank you so much for the super chat. He says, sad he's gone, but thank God it's over. Yes, by far the most annoying question that we have had over the last 6 months has been the Sam Darnold, Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Justin Fields debate. We've beaten this horse to death. Straight up, if you've ever seen Me, Myself, and Irene, and they're like, what is it, the cow, and he's shooting the cow? That's how I felt with this damn topic. I made that video recently, 2-3 days ago, whatever it was, where I said I thought Sam would go to the Panthers, and what should we do? Should we run it back with Sam? Can we do this? Ugh, it's over. I'm done. Oh, God. Boys and girls, I love having you in here. Jacob Greenbaum, I love you so much. How confident are you in Zach Wilson? Jacob Greenbaum, I don't know if you love Sam Darnold so much or you love me so much. Either way, I'm going to take it as me. So thank you. I love you too. Greenbaum is a great name for a Jet fan. How confident are you in Zach Wilson? I'm not crazy confident. I trust Joe Douglas and I trust Robert Saleh, which I don't fancy myself a scout. I like to think I pretend. I don't want to think I pretend. I like to think I know a little bit about football, and I enjoy, scouting guys and being right on guys that I've scouted. But in terms of quarterback evaluation, I know who I like. Does it actually mean they're going to be good? I don't know. I'm good with Wilson or Fields. I was excited for Wilson after I saw Wilson finish out the season. Fields after the Trevor Lawrence Clemson game, man, I was all excited for him. He was incredible. And then the national championship game happened, and it looked like he was hurt. I was a little disheartened. Who do we think the 49ers are taking? Because they struck me as a team that would have loved Zach Wilson. And I don't know if they thought hey, we know who the Jets are taking, and we know it's going to be Wilson, or we know it's not going to be Wilson. Maybe they're going Fields. I don't know. Ryan Thompson says Trey Lance. 49ers should take Fields. I think God, so many people are saying Mac Jones. I wouldn't have thought Mac Jones. Fields would have been Fields or Lance would have been the guy. I guess I would have thought. I probably would think Lance for the 49ers and Fields for the Falcons. I think it's just because I want Fields to wind up in Georgia with the Falcons. I think that's kind of my hope. But he's just as deserving of the second pick as anyone else in this draft. So. Jay-Z says, let me call in, bro. Don't worry, I'll have the phone number up soon. I'm just talking to the chat right now. Then we're going to go to the phone lines. It's 8:30. New York Zach Exchange. Ooh, I love the name. Says JD is a miracle worker, getting a second for the worst quarterback statistically over the last 3 seasons is a huge haul. Yeah, dude, I'm happy. Literally every trade that Douglas has made so far has been to the benefit of the Jets. Like I didn't feel like we lost any of these trades so far. I would say the worst things that Joe Douglas has done, you could say maybe not trading Sam Darnold earlier, potentially, if you thought you could have gotten more than what we got just now for him. I could understand that. But I think seeing all the pro days, being able to make your consistent, or not consistent, your knowledgeable pick is worth losing maybe a round of value. Like maybe we would have gotten I don't know what pick we could have gotten. But regardless, I think getting all your ducks in a row before you make the trade in this type of decision is a smart move. It's not like one of the other big quarterbacks that was, getting talked about being traded. I understand those. Oh man, the NY Bully. What's up, brother? Dropping in with a super chat. Says, Joe Douglas received more compensation than I believed he would. I'm happy with the trade. Ryan, as one of my favorite Jets YouTubers, yes. Have you thought about starting a Patreon for with more content for us to show support? I actually had a Patreon all set up and ready to go, and I didn't launch it because I was in talks with YouTube to try and get the membership portion of the channel fired up on this side. So yes, I have thought about it. No, I'm not going to go do it because I have the memberships on this channel. So if you guys want to help support, I don't know what percentage Patreon takes. YouTube takes a little percentage of like everything from over here. So it's maybe not the best system, but it's fun nonetheless. And I really like the emojis. The emojis are a lot of fun. I had fun making those. Jerry says Ryan making OnlyFans. Ooh. You guys want me to do that? Man. Oh, side note. I was watching another YouTuber, not sports related, but news related, talking about the Catch Me Outside girl. The Catch Me Outside girl from Dr. Phil. She turned 18 recently and made a OnlyFans, and in 6 hours made over $1 million. The Catch Me Outside girl. Fuck! What am I doing wrong? Damn. You don't want this. Lewis says OnlyFans with Becca. Becca's in the tub right now. She's taking a bath. Bam! Top secret. Boobies. Sorry. Hunter, Wall Street Wilson, officially what I will call him no matter what. I love the Wall Street Wilson. Derek F., why are you talking about this? Sorry, I'm all over the place. Do it, I dare you. Becca, sorry. No, I'm not doing it. Oh, she's going to be mad. She's going to be so upset. No, I'm kidding. Wall Street Wilson. Yeah, I love the nicknames that we're coming around with. I love Zach's Fifth Avenue's a good one. Wall Street Wilson's a great one. That's the one I've been a big fan of. That was the one I think initially I was like, wow, Wall Street Wilson, which is like probably the most generic possible name you could come up with. There's the New York Zach Exchange. That was good. Zach the One Wilson, says Alex. The Mormon Mahomes. I've heard a lot of people say that. Matt O'Leary really likes the Mormon Mahomes. He thinks that one's a pretty funny one. Everyone hates Wall Street. Everyone hates Wall Street. Wall Street sucks. I hate those bigwigs. Zach to the Future is a good one. New Zach City. Oh, man. I'm going to come out with a bunch of different shirts. I got to come up with a bunch of these things. You guys are asking what beer I'm drinking. This one's actually not a beer. This one's actually just a seltzer. This is it's actually like the Arnold Palmer of seltzers. Let's see if you can take a look at that. It's like Spindrift lemonade iced tea. Or lemon iced tea? Real lemon brewed tea. Seltzer. Yeah. Zach Attack. Zach the Ripper. Zippin' Zach. I haven't heard Zippin' Zach. Rocket Man. Babyface Wilson. D-Mac says, put his face on a volleyball. That's a good one. I'm just going to have a picture of Wilson. Ooh. Or I guess I could put his face on. Oh, man. Should I just sell a volleyball with his face on it? NASDAQ is back, baby. NASDAQ. I like it. Zach Wilson won't last the season. He gets hurt too much. Shut up, Mike. Quit being a jerk. Balzac. Oh, my Balzac hurts. All right. Oh, we're at the phone call time. All right, let me pull up the Google Voice. Let's see what we got going on. Get some thoughts. We'll want to hear you guys. All right, let's take the I'll pull that off the screen. Throw the phone number up. Phone number's on the screen, boys. I want to hear what you have to say about Sam Darnold trade.
Call from
Mike.
Mike,
accept,
what's
press
good,
1.
brother?
To send a voicemail, press 2.
I clicked the
To
1.
accept, press 1. To...
Is it there? Mike, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Ah, okay. I tried.
There you go.
I did the whole thing. I was like, "Oh, Mike, welcome to the cockpit." I guess it didn't register it the first time. What's up, dude?
I'm feeling good about the Sam Darnold compensation, but I really want to get another second-round pick this year. That's what I really want.
Yeah, I mean, see, the draft nut in me wants the second round pick this year, but I think the amount of picks we have this year, it'll be nice to have a few more picks next year. 2 second-round picks, 2 first-round picks. Like, we have enough ammo to kind of do whatever we want next year. So if a player becomes available, I'm not talking about Deshaun Watson, but I'm just talking about like any good potential player that could become available. Jets will have the inside track. So I don't hate getting the second next year. You know, and a fourth. Sweetens the deal. What do you hope? Now, I think the Jets are going to have to look for a backup quarterback because I don't believe that James Morgan's going to be our backup quarterback week 1. So what would you like to see the Jets do for a backup quarterback?
I would bring in either Alex Smith or Nick Mullins. I mean, if you're bringing Smith, I think you're probably sitting Wilson or Fields, and then if you're bringing Mullins, then that's probably just the backup. Like, he's not going to be starting anymore.
Yeah, I'd like to see. I was driving around after my initial stream, and someone was talking about trading for Gardner Minshew with like a late round pick. I think it was Samini that was actually bringing it up on there. I could get on board with the Samini trade, or not Samini, what's it called? A Gardner Minshew trade. I think that's a sneaky good pickup for a late round pick, assuming it's a late round pick.
Yeah, all right. So if you heard Justin Fields being selected by the Jets on draft night, how surprised would you be on like a scale of 1 to 10?
Say that again. You cut out the first part.
On a scale of 1 to 10, if you hear Justin Fields to the Jets on draft night, how surprised would you be?
I'd be a little surprised right now because of all like the hype around Zach Wilson, and I'd be like slightly like, oh, like what's going on here? Like I was so hyped up for Wilson. I don't know. I'm going to be excited either way because I'm looking forward to a new quarterback, and I think whoever we have for this regime, it's going to be better than the situation that we put Darnold in with Gase. So I'll have positive thoughts. I did think Zach Wilson was really impressive at the pro day. I thought it was really cool to watch him. Like this whole year, he had a really good season, really good touchdown turnover ratio. But then at the same time, the level of competition is a concern. I want to say all his offensive linemen were like 25, 26 years old. So it's like, all right, that's a little bit of a concern. Like he's sitting in perfect, like a perfect pocket every time. So shortened season, like there's a lot of things to be worried about across the board, but I would trust the evaluation process of Joe Douglas. I would like to see Zach Wilson sit for maybe 8 games, like half the season maybe, learn a little bit, and then have him come along when we start going like a little bit worse, and then you can kind of figure out who the good or bad team's in, maybe put him in for like a little bit of like a scrub game for his first game, and then it goes a little bit better from there.
Yeah. How would you feel about trading like a 5th or 6th round pick for Zach Ertz?
I don't know. I don't love his contract. I thought they would have cut him, honestly. But a late round pick for him, as competition with Herndon. He's got to be, what, 32-ish, somewhere in there? He's early 30s, 30 maybe? I don't hate it. A late round pick, you're just hoping you get a player that could start at some time. But we'll see. Brother, thank you so much for the call. I'm going to get some more phone calls. You have been ejected. That's it. You're out of here. From the cockpit. Oh, God, I love the chicken. I forgot to throw the timer on. I got to put the timer on. New York Jets news, my buddy Jude. The only Jet fan, or maybe not the only, I think there was two, to wish me a happy Easter. Jude, my brother. Happy Easter. Sam to the Panthers says fire. Jude, how you feeling about it? If you guys haven't checked out Jude's channel, got to check out Jude's channel. That's the New York Jets news. That's my boy. My dude. Submission says, oh, it's about to get popping, Ryan. I like it. Oh, man, Jet fans going to go wild on draft night. I wish the draft was still in New York City and we could, like, go see the Jets, like, top 5 picks the last 5 years. I see a ton of people calling in. Holy smokes. Just keep trying. You'll get through. Man. Jude likes what we got for him. Are we getting Justin or Zach? I don't know. I'm just a man who thinks he knows what he's talking about.
Oh, Vinny.
I don't know.
Whoa, Vinny, what's up, dude?
What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you feeling about this trade compensation?
Feeling good, It's good, Everyone was talking when you're going to get, a 6th at best. Laughing in their face.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's just it. It's like, oh, yeah, we're not getting anything for Sam Darnold. He's like, at best, a third-round pick. Oh, yeah. He's got someone by the balls. He's got some dirt. he's got dirt on, like, Rule or something. You're going to give me a second-round pick, or I'm going to release you.
Yeah, no, that's a good deal. And, it's good that they got it now so that all the Darnold fanboys can get their hissy fits out of their system so that by the time the draft comes, they're more tolerable and back to a sense of reality.
Yes, 100%. I completely agree. I think it gets everyone on board for the draft pick at this point because he's already gone. If you hold on to Sam, then you have half the fan base being like, oh, I don't like that, and half the fan base being like, woo, and then half, oh, not half, but like a third being like, you picked the wrong guy. Yeah.
No, except for this guy. I found on YouTube, his name's, I'm not going to say Joe Campione something, and he's complaining, he still complains like, every quarterback drafted at 2 has been a disaster. And then I point out Donovan McNabb exists, and then he's like, and Archie Manning exists. He's like, Archie Manning was 10,000 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, heck, Wentz basically led that team to like a really solid playoff run, and then Foles took over from there and won the Super Bowl.
But it's all about. It doesn't matter where you draft a quarterback. It matters that what you put around them. And the thing is, whoever we draft, most likely Wilson at this point, is you're going to have a much better coaching staff, a dedicated quarterback coach, a dedicated offensive coordinator, a dedicated passing game coordinator, a much better O-line. Because I have a feeling I don't know how. I have a feeling we're going to land some pretty good. I'm not sure it's going to be Davis or Humphreys, but we're going to get one of the big 3 interior offensive line prospects.
I think we will too. I think there's. I don't know. Do you think it happens at 23 or do you think it happens at 34?
I don't know. Depending on how the board falls, if there's a good cornerback at 23. If not, then I think they'll just take Davis early.
Yeah, I think the one part of me with this trade is I was hoping we get a second this year so we could get edge rusher, guard, and cornerback all before the 3rd round. Now I'm like a little more concerned about one of those 3 positions. Is there a position?
I think edge can wait. I think we have a lot of. I think edge can wait. I think you got to get corner first, and then I think you get guard.
Yeah, that would probably be the order I'd think to go. If there was someone that like really fell, I feel like there's a good amount of interior offensive linemen, but once you get past 34, it's gonna be tough to try and make it to the 3rd round. I think. Yeah,
exactly. No. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I just uploaded my goodbye Sam Darnold video.
Send it over to me. What did you send it to? It was on Twitter?
Yeah, it was not done. So basically, it's me playing No Expectations on guitar. So I uploaded it. First off, I added a screenshot, a video clip of me looking at my phone, and reading the news. Then I added myself putting the vinyl on the record player before adding that to the actual video I recorded.
I love it. Send it over to me. Send it to me. I mean, if it's on Twitter, send it to me via Twitter or Instagram, whichever one.
On Twitter. Yeah, but I got a lot of things. I gotta get near my God to be ready for prime time on Let's Talk Jets Radio.
I love it. What do you want to see the Jets do for backup quarterback?
Honestly, it's Smith or Mullins. I think are the two best options. I don't want to waste a draft pick for trading for. I feel like throwing a draft pick towards like one of these
like Minshew or.
Yeah, no. Although I have a feeling Wilson's going to start more games than you think. I think.
I think that's just how rookies. I think that's how rookies just like the contracts just work out. It's like they play 4 games. Mm-hmm.
I think that's the way the game is going. The rookies play year one. That's the thing. Like even Patrick Mahomes played year one.
He played one game in year one. One game in year one.
Like the day. Like I heard too many people talk about like having guys sit the whole year. The day and age of sitting a whole year is done. Only reason guys like Aaron Rodgers and Philip Rivers sat year one is because those teams had Drew Brees and Brett Favre at quarterback.
Yeah, no, it's true. I would like to see at least a little bit of competition. Maybe not just James Morgan as our backup. Vinny, thank you so much for your call. You have been ejected from the cockpit. Vinny, everyone. Look at you guys in the chat all excited. Let's sign Mark Sanchez. He's younger than Flacco, knows the area. Oh, man, that would be rough. Did he ever actually, retire, or is he still available? I don't want him.
Call from.
Either way.
Sorry.
What's good, brother? Welcome to the cockpit.
What's up, bro?
How you feeling about this trade, brother?
I'm happy. Watching 16 games of that shit was... it hurt. Cause
it was rough.
I was talking so much shit to my friends about how we was going to win 10 games.
Oh, dude.
Come out the gate 0-14.
Dude, the first game that we came out, it was week 1. And I'm just it's over. I was like, this is just not. We do not look like we have it. We're done. Toast.
16 games, bro. I watched 16. I watched all 16 games of that shit show.
Yeah, dude, it was rough. Imagine trying to make content about it. I'm devoting hours of time to make these friggin' recap videos of God damn it, we did something stupid.
Bro,
man.
I know, bro. I can only imagine. It's just talking. Every episode is just negative.
It's so hard. I want to take away some positives. It's at least we lost and we're one step closer.
When it came to the point where I'm sitting here rooting for losses, I'm like, nah, man, this shit is just. It's too much.
I'm done. I just want to enjoy my team. I can't tell you how badly I just want to see the Jets have competent football come the second half of the season. If we're playing in December and we're have a shot at being 8 and 9 or 7-10, something like that. At least give me some hope.
Yeah, bro. I was thinking. I hear you talking about having Alex Smith come in and bridge for Zach.
Sure.
But I feel like with a quarterback like that, you gotta just throw him to the wolves, bro, and just
right at the beginning, just slap him on the button. Here you go, boy. go get it.
Put the right pieces around him and just throw him out there. Because it's what is Alex Smith gonna do for us?
Well, so my thought process with. My thought process with Alex Smith or Nick Mullins or Gardner Minshew or something, what you have in them, and they could run a competent offense, so you can at least get a rough grade on the rookie. Because the worst thing you could do is have a rookie that's holding the ball too long, and you can't tell if guys are in the right spots. if he's making the right reads. You're not forcing him to start right away. Like, I think there's some certain things about game prep and everything that goes into it. Now, that said, they put Jaguars Jets week 1. You better believe the NFL's pushing Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson as the starting lineup.
I need all of that.
I have to. I want him. There's no part of me that as much as I wanted Trevor Lawrence, and I think he's going to be a really good option for the Jaguars, I want the friggin' Zach Wilson-led Jets to smoke the Jaguars. There's going to be so much pressure on Trevor Lawrence to be like this generational prospect, and Zach Wilson's just like, yeah, I'm just going to like sling the rock around the yard and like zero expectations.
He got that swag about him, bro.
Dude, he's got this like he's
Like,
got a New York
definitely
swagger for sure. Like as much as Sam,
definitely
like I liked Sam, the personality, but he was never like the I love New York kind of vibe. He was more like the Cali surfer kid that came over. Like I feel like Zach Wilson coming in or Justin Fields, either one of them. Like I feel like Justin Fields got some swagger to him too. But Zach Wilson, he's going to be all over the newspapers. Girls are going to love it. They're going to be like, oh, I can't wait to be a Jet fan because their quarterback's so dreamy.
Yeah, they're going to be feeling that, bro.
Oh, dude, it's like Sam Darnold kind of looked like a thumb. That's what like my friends always told me. And then Eli looked like he was always got like dopey face. Like, we got a good-looking guy behind center.
I feel like we're pretty set. The foundation, at least, is just all about hitting on these draft picks now.
Well, that's just it. You look at how the Colts built their team. 2 years before they draft Peyton Manning, they take a wide receiver in Marvin Harrison in the first round. Then the year before, they take their tackle. Then that next year, they take Peyton Manning. So that's just like Mims, Becton, now Wilson or Fields. And then
I'm excited.
They take the edge rush. They waited until 2002 to draft Dwight Freeney. So, like, the Jets are kind of in a position to mimic that type of mold and then potentially have success moving forward.
Hey, I'm ready, bro. Hey, I held it down. It's coming to fruition.
I love it. Now, what's your thought on... Well, 8 seconds. Sorry. I lost my train of thought.
Good,
the ticker started going. Brother, thank you so much for the call. You've been ejected from the cockpit. Oh, God, I love it. Quick call. Quick turnaround. Let's go. Hunter, what's good, brother? Welcome to the cockpit.
What's up, Ryan? How you been?
Oh, I'm doing just dandy. I'm finally glad to not be talking about this damn quarterback situation in like keep Sam Darnold, trade him away, get the pick, trade down, do this, do that. How are you feeling about this trade? What are your thoughts on it?
Well, my thoughts on it are kind of interesting because I don't necessarily see it so much for a change at quarterback, but a chance to finally change the culture of the Jets. I think it's Joe Douglas's attempt to wipe the slate clean, get a fresh start, and finally run this, franchise in the way that it's supposed to be.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I think the final piece of this puzzle that needs to like kind of get is the CJ Mosley contract. Once we get that off the books, I think that I think Jet fans and Joe Douglas will be a little bit more comfortable. I want to see him play well. Like I don't want to not see CJ play well, but I just think 2 years of not like playing. We've seen what 2-3 quarters worth of CJ Mosley in 2 years.
Yeah, and he's a prime example of the Jet tax too. I mean, we made him the highest paid linebacker in the league, and we've only seen, like you said, not even a full game from the guy. So
dude, that made no sense to me at the time. Like when we picked him up, I was like not thinking middle linebacker whatsoever. I thought Avery Williamson was perfectly fine. Did not think of Mosley, and then we signed him. And I was like, whoa, left field.
Well, our middle linebacker issue started when we just let Demario Davis walk. I mean, that blew my mind.
Yes. Yeah, I didn't like that.
I mean, that was McCagnon doing McCagnon stuff. So.
Dude, McCagnon might be the worst GM we've ever had. It's got to be close. See, at least with Idzik, his plan made sense. He just couldn't draft. Like, I guess with McCagnon... Okay, so maybe Idzik was worse, but McCagnon... I guess McCagnon picked the sort of right players at the top of the draft. Like, I like Quinnen. I liked Sam. We just didn't surround him with talent. I like the talent of Jamal. I think we should have gone with the quarterback there. But at the time, I was definitely, like, hyped on Jamal instead of the quarterback because, like, I thought they believed in Hackenberg. It turns out they just friggin' didn't want to admit fault.
Jamal was a good pick. I mean, I was lucky enough to see him strip Daniel Jones live and run into the end zone. So that was a great game against the Giants. But, I mean,
it did make me
safety
smile.
number 6 was kind of like, we could have, had Watson or any of those guys in that draft, Mahomes. So I think it's nice to see that we're actually trying to get it right in drafting a quarterback that fits the system that the head coach and GM both agree on. That everybody can get behind if it's Fields or Wilson, but I feel good about Wilson. I'm thinking,
dude, I 100% agree. I think there's definitely a benefit to having Douglas on a 5-year contract, Sal on a 5-year contract, Rookie on a 5-year contract. We're all moving in the same direction. Fans know who to root for. It's not like run it back with Sam. If he throws one incompletion to start the season, everyone's gonna be boo. The boo birds come out, and now you got to try and trade up in the 22 draft. Like, I was not about that at all.
Yeah, and with Wilson, the trade makes sense because if you run it back with Sam Darnold, you win 6 to like 8 games. You're not in the position to pick a quarterback.
Yes,
like
that's my biggest thing.
Winning quarterback. So I think this is the best direction we could have gone in.
I completely agree. There's like literally zero thought in my mind. If we ran it back with Sam, we would have had a better season. We had an easier schedule, more talent around him, a ton of draft picks to surround him with talent, new coaching staff. The energy is going to be up from getting rid of Adam Gase. Like, there was no way the Jets were going to be in position without giving up like what the 49ers gave up to go up and get one of the top quarterbacks next year. If they're as good as the quarterbacks this year. Like, that's a huge piece of this puzzle too. Like, a lot of people like the USC quarterback Slovis. Jet fans weren't about trying to take a third USC quarterback, I don't think.
And I think like one of the next guys up would have been UNC's quarterback, and I mean, he's okay, but he hasn't shown anything, especially against ACC competition, that would warrant, I think, a first-round pick from us at least.
I completely agree. Brother, thank you so much for the call. You have been ejected from the cockpit. You're out of here. All right, guys, we are going to pick a second person for our qualifier for a shirt. So as long as you're in the chat, you're going to get an opportunity, potentially, to get your name called. Let's see who Nightbot picks. And if you are listening to the stream after the fact, all you have to do is go down into the description, or not the description, the, what's the thing below? The comment section. Drop a comment down below. And someone, that'll get you entered as well. KSE6104. KSE6104. My brother, thank you so much for tuning in. You are going to be qualified to win a shirt during tomorrow's stream. We're going to give away the shirt tomorrow because a lot of people that watch the stream after the fact never get the opportunity to win anything. So giving you guys a shot, but I'm giving you guys that are in the stream a better opportunity to get it. Now we're going to do 2 more qualifiers for it. Remember, it is going to be a top secret shirt. I have not released the shirt yet, and you're not even going to see it. I'm not even going to ask you for your email. Like, usually I ask for your email, and then I send it. You get the email confirmation, but I'm not even going to ask for your email. It's going to be a top secret shirt. I'm going to send it to you guys. Someone's going to get picked. Someone's going to get picked. Mumtaz, I forgot your super chat before. He says, Captain Morgan, live like the captain. No! I don't want James Morgan to be our captain. Trey says, Gusto. He's happy. He's excited. Sean M. Ryan, do you have any opinion on what Chris Sims thinks of Wilson? I do. I'm excited about it. I think he has hit the nail on the head a few times with quarterbacks, so that does have me excited about it. Johnny Bravo, when and where can I bribe Nightbot? I do not know how Nightbot picks these things. I haven't even seen Snowball. Snowball, you still haven't even commented in the chat. I'm not even sure you're a real person. Wilson season. Would you consider trading the second from the Panthers deal and 23 to move up to 13? Yes, That's not going to happen, though. Jean-Jacques Saucy, welcome back to the channel. I know you were definitely a member before, but welcome back to the Jets Talk 24/7 family. I love that gold little jet you got next to you. There's a few guys. I think Jet Life and Matt Curtis and Mumtaz. You guys are pretty close to getting the, I think, is it a purple one or a blue jet? Whatever the 1 year is. You guys got to be coming up to it pretty soon, I would think. Whatever. Interesting. All right, phone lines are open. How do I get me one of them shirts, brother? Says Socrates. All you got to do is be in the chat. Hang out in the chat. And then we're gonna do something tomorrow, too. We're going to have a few different opportunities to potentially get it. But you guys that are hanging out in the stream going to get, we'll call it double points. You get double points if your name gets picked tonight. Next caller coming in. Who we got?
Call from
Jack.
Jack. What's up, dude? Welcome to the cockpit.
What's up?
How you feeling about the Sam Darnold trade, my friend?
I wanted to keep him, to be honest. I wanted to trade back and get all that draft capital.
Yeah, that's a really sexy opinion from a lot of Jet fans, I think. Now, in terms of moving on from him, what do you think of the compensation?
I think Zach Wilson has a tremendous upside, and I think Joe Douglas and Robert Saleh are going to make the right decisions, and I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, dude, I'm definitely hoping that we pick the right player. I'm not as concerned as like with McCagnon or with although when McCagnon made the pick of Sam, I thought that was the right pick. I think it makes a ton of sense. I still think it makes a ton of sense from, if I had done it over again, I still would be excited. I would hope we would handle it a lot more differently. Green Bean's in the chat. Green Bean, brother. We're going live after this. You got your 10 o'clock mock with all of us. I love it. Sorry. Now, is this Jack like Jack?
Yeah.
No way, Jack. I was like, man, this sounds familiar. I know this voice.
I have a question.
Fire away.
Who do you think what do you think we're going to do with the 23rd pick?
I think it really depends on who's available. I think the Jets are going to be looking at guard, cornerback, and edge rusher with that selection. I think maybe with a little more of an edge towards the cornerback position and guard. It depends who falls to that spot. I would be surprised if it's anything else. Horn is the guy I would like. I don't know if he's there or not.
Carolina.
I think it's going to be tough. A lot of people like Stokes. I don't know where he's going, like where he's projected to go. I'd have to look at a few mock drafts and see all that. But I think some type of zone corner that Saleh could really implement. I still would like to bring in Richard Sherman. I don't know. I don't think he's signed anywhere, but bring him in like after the draft, and then just kind of bring in some guys that know the defense, can play in a pinch. Like, we need cornerback help. I don't trust Bless Austin at all. I like Bryce Hall. Don't trust Bless Austin.
What about a guy like Steven Nelson from who just got released from the Steelers?
That would be interesting. I didn't realize he got released, but he's someone that I actually had us potentially taking. I think I had him in my F, Marry, Kill series. I just did not actually release the cornerback version of it. I would like to bring him in. I don't think he's going to be crazy expensive either. I think you get him for a relatively reasonable deal. I don't think it's going to cost a whole heck of a lot. Now, I don't know where he stands and how he plays. Like, I really only followed him based on like Pro Football Focus score, the amount of like money he was making, his age, that sort of stuff. So I'd have to actually look at his tape to have more of an informed opinion on it. I'm dropping my can all over the place. What would you like to see the Jets do at 23? If there was a player available that you're really like eyeing.
I mean, like a Caleb Farley, if he like dropped back from since I know he's been banged up with injuries and stuff, but like someone like him, like a cornerback.
Yeah, if you got him that late, because he's considered, I think at one point he was like a top 10 pick, but now with the back injury, he could fall a little bit more. I think corner is what I'd like to do at 23, and I think at 34, I'd like to go guard or center, depending on where they think Humphrey might go or Wyatt Davis.
Yeah, Wyatt Davis from Ohio State.
Yeah, we need interior offensive line help bad. I think you can't go into the season with like Alex Lewis, Van Roten as your two like penciled in starters. Like that gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah. Do you think
Now,
C.J. Mosley is staying? Like, there's rumors that we could trade him coming up to the draft.
I would be pumped if we moved on from him. I don't know what we'd get for him. I almost want to see him play just to see him play, but I also think wiping the slate clean of like all the McCagnon oopses, yeah, it just kind of gets the salary off the books too. I think the Jets would lose salary cap if they trade him this year, if I'm not mistaken. I think if you trade him after June 1st, then it sort of splits the cap hit a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell a difference. Like when he was in like against Buffalo, like when they were up, like the first game of the season, like he was like a huge part in the defense.
Dude, it's incredible. It was like that first game was so exciting to see where we could have gone. Brother, thank you so much for the call. You've been ejected from the offense. You're out of here. Oh, God, I love it. New York Jet News, my buddy Jude and my buddy Green Bean talking in the chat. Yeah, me and Green Bean and Matt and a few other people are doing a cool 10 o'clock mock. Pretty sure I'm right on that week. That is tonight, right, Green Bean? I think it is. I'm pretty sure. I don't have my phone. My phone's back up there. That's the second camera. JW got some good Watson disses. JW. Who's JW? Donde. Yeah, Green Bean says it's tonight. I thought it was tonight. I was paying attention. Green Bean, I was given the privilege of making the Patriots selection tonight, which means I know how Bill Belichick drops. He wants kicker in round one. I know he does. I know. Josh, what's good, brother? Welcome to the cockpit.
Hey, what's good?
How you feeling about today? What'd you think about the trade?
I'm glad I got in here, man. I got so many thoughts going through my head. So I love Darnold, but I don't think he's our guy. Honestly, what have the Jets not been doing? Winning. So I think we're gambling taking Wilson or any of the other guys' fields. I honestly think we're going for Deshaun Watson or Wilson, Russell.
Ooh. Okay.
And it's a
Scott,
gamble.
I'm going to get to your super chat in just a second. I see it down there. I did miss it, but I will get back to it after this caller. Sorry. So you think we're going for Russell Wilson or Watson? I think by making this trade now, it opens the door for the Jets to talk a little bit with both those teams. Like, hey, look, this is legit. Like, we've moved on from Sam Darnold. We are taking a quarterback. If you want the quarterback, you need to make the trade before the draft or during draft night. Like you have to do this. Now, I think we're taking the quarterback. I don't think there's any way we're trading for Watson with everything hanging over his head right now. I would love it. I would still do it. Even if he's suspended a year, give up number 2, bottom out next year, let him sit out a season, and then, run it back with him next year when everything's cooled down. You have a high draft pick to surround him with more talent. I mean, it would suck from a Jet fan perspective to have to go through another year of, not fun. Russell Wilson,
I agree. I mean, they're smart, man. They're going to make the best decision. They're going to do their homework. If Watson isn't, safe, they're not going to do it. But I think that's where you should go. And then I think we're going to pick up Alex Smith as a backup. I don't think putting him as a leader would be any better than, what we've had. So I don't think that's the direction that we should go in either. And I think a lot of people are sleeping on Pitts, man. I really think we need to get Kyle Pitts.
Really? So would you want to take Pitts at 2 or trade down? Like, how would you justify not having a quarterback and getting Pitts?
I want to do it at 2. I mean, obviously you're going to have to give up. Deshaun Watson's value is going down, so you're going to have to give less to get him probably if he is safe.
I still feel like it's got to be 2. You got to give up number 2 because any other quarterback, like the Patriots could give up 15 and they'd beat our pick at 23. Like, I understand.
If we gave up 2 for Watson, and if we could get Pitts isn't going to last through 10. If we could pick him at 6.
He may not. Well, so Miami's at 6 right now. So, I don't think he's getting very
They're out
far.
there,
I like Detroit, like because you're talking the Falcons could take Pitts, the Dolphins could take Pitts, the Lions could take Pitts. It's really like maybe the Panthers that. I mean, heck, even the Panthers could take Pitts now because they got their quarterback. God, I don't know. I'm worried. I think you gotta go quarterback at Chat.
You look at the chat, dude. They're going crazy. Like, just don't sleep on the Deshaun Watson or Wilson, man. We need a quarterback, and you're taking a gamble picking, one of these four guys because it could be another Darnold. You want to keep doing that to the Jets fans,
No,
so,
I'm with you.
You need someone to establish themselves. You know what I mean? Like, even if it's not Deshaun Watson or Wilson.
See, I think if you could trade for Watson or you could trade for Wilson, and you'd give up, obviously less because the second pick is so valuable. We have a lot of leverage. I could just as easily run it back with one of the quarterbacks, but getting a locked in top 5 guy in Wilson or Watson and taking the gamble out of it. Like, even if we had an opportunity at Trevor Lawrence, I would be okay with the Jets trading that away to get one of those two quarterbacks because I think you're guaranteed like a stud quarterback. Now, Watson's the guy I want because he's 25 years old. Now it just sucks that he's got all this going on because you really don't want to roll the dice on this and be wrong, and then you don't even have a quarterback. You get rid of Sam. You give up the second quarterback. Your other quarterback in Watson's in prison. That would suck so much. That's just typical Jets.
Oh, this whole Watson thing's really fishy, man. Like, it's just ironic that all of a sudden this all comes out after he says, "Oh, I don't want to hear anymore." So, I don't know. I just want to shut it out. You know what I mean? I would keep it open.
Yeah, I think you have to do your due diligence. I just don't think there's any way Douglas makes that move until they know it's clear. I think that's not going to happen until after the draft. Now, maybe you trade down. No, you can't even trade down. If you trade down, you don't have a quarterback. You got to take a quarterback. You take Wilson, and now maybe after June 1st, if the Texans were looking at potentially making a move and things clear up, maybe you trade Wilson for Watson at that point. Maybe that's an option. I don't know. I think they're taking the quarterback at 2, though. Brother, thank you so much for the call. You've been ejected from the cockpit! You're out of here! All right, let me get to that super chat, Scott. Let's talk about this. All right. Scott Wilson said, you predicted us 7-10. So next year is all about justifying the quarterback pick. Go interior offensive linemen, both at 23 and 34. Corner can be after. Zach is used to super protection. So, Scott, I do like the idea of going interior offensive line. If for some reason Elijah Vera-Tucker falls to 23 and then somehow Creed Humphrey or Wyatt Davis falls to 34, maybe you get me on board with taking 2 offensive linemen that early. I don't love that, but then you would have a pretty ironclad offensive line. You're talking, you got McGovern under contract for 3 more years. You got Becton under contract for 4 more years. Fant's got 2. And then you got both rookies under contract for 5 or 4. So, it's interesting. Sean Jack Saucy hold on. Astral is off the chain. Thank you so much for becoming the newest member of the Jets Talk 24/7 family. You could drop some JETS in the chat. We have a members-only live stream coming out Tuesday night after the Talking Jets panel, so it'll be a part of that. And then Jean-Jacques Saucy upgraded his membership to the frequent flyer class. Thank you so much. That really means a lot. It goes a long way to hopefully making this a full-time gig for me. I can leave my job and just make content for you guys and rant about football. Be my own boss. It's like Uber, but I don't have to go anywhere. Mike D's Life says, I'm out. Love the live chat, though. Peace out. Well, bye. Mike D, cocaine is a hell of a drug. Are you talking about me? Is that mine? My take? Whatever. Noah says, what do you think Zach Wilson's stats will be if he is picked by us at number 2? The stats, if we're picking him at number 2, I think if he plays all 16 games, I think he's going to break all our records. I think he will. Obviously we got one extra game, right? So it's going to be 17 games instead of Namath's 14 games to get to 4,000 yards. Eddie. I think he'll get to the 4,000 yards and then 30 touchdowns in 17 games. I mean, you just got to throw 2 touchdowns a game, which isn't like a crazy, insane stat to do. He had what, 30? Or no, he did have, how many touchdowns did he have all purpose this year? Was it 30 or 40 with the running touchdowns? He had like 10 running touchdowns. Jeffrey R. I joined Ryan. I like you. Mumtaz, I need a Morgan shirt. Mumtaz, should I make a Morgan shirt specifically for you? Because I don't think that's going to be a hot seller. Take my time. Do that. What if Zach goes first? If Zach goes first, you take Trevor Lawrence. I think if you take Trevor Lawrence at 2, that's a fine deal as well. I'm happy with either one of Wilson or Lawrence. I still think Lawrence is a lock to go 1. It's way more risky for the Jaguars to take Wilson, even if they think he is the better quarterback, because if you pass on Trevor Lawrence, a generational quarterback, and Wilson winds up being a dud, ooh, you are out so fast. At least if you pick God, I'm losing my train of thought. As long as you pick Lawrence, your job is at least like safe, because it's like, oh right, that makes a lot of sense. It's Trevor Lawrence, generational quarterback. Zach Wilson, it's like, do you know something we don't know? And if you don't know something we don't know, and Trevor Lawrence winds up being a stud and Wilson doesn't, you're in a lot of hurt. Marker! Thank you so much for becoming a member of the channel, brother. Drop some JETS. Actually, no, not some JETS. I love seeing the JETS, but let's see some like Robert Saleh screaming face. Give me a Matt O'Leary almost shaking his head. Ryan, why am I so fixated on Wilson that I would be mad if Wilson go number 1? Look, that's just it. I don't want to get overly invested in any one of these quarterbacks, because if we go another direction, I want to be excited. I don't want to be so dead set on Wilson that like left field, right out of left field. I'd be so confused. Sneakers to boots. Lack of attention to O-line make you nervous about our number 2 pick. Yeah, I would be a little more okay with a placeholder quarterback to start the season. Let the offensive line gel enough and then put in Zach Wilson or Fields or
Call from
Trevor Lawrence.
Joe.
Joe, what's good, brother? Welcome to the... Oh, wait, what happened? Oh, Joe. I tried. What's going on? What's going on with the Google Voice? Okay, let me restart the Google Voice. I had Joe in there, and then it clicked off. Very sad. Very sad. Here we go. Now we got someone.
Call from
Mike.
Mike, what's good, dude? Welcome to the cockpit.
How's it going, bro?
I'm having just a wonderful time. How you feeling about this Sam Darnold trade we got today?
Well, I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, I think it was time for him to go. We could do a lot better. Now, I'm still not sold on the whole Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson thing. I think that each one of those quarterbacks has the strengths that we could use, and it has the weaknesses that we don't want,
Sure.
So,
yeah, no, I think that's perfectly fair.
So it's one of those things.
The worry with Fields is the processing power that everyone's talking about. Like maybe he's a little not gun shy, but like takes a second, waits for the guy to get open before he throws it. Where Zach Wilson's like playing inferior competition, strong offensive line, shortened season. Like there's black eyes on all these quarterbacks. It could definitely go a few different ways.
It's true, and I know that Justin Fields has wheels, man. He could get out of the pocket and run and get a first down if you have to. He's not going to dive or slide or do some nerdy stuff that we can't afford, He's going to move chains, I think. So I can't tell you, what's going to happen. But
I can't not address this super chat that just came up, so bear with me for a second. The Pussy Assassin has donated some money to the channel. He says, Ryan, as a barber, please get a fade. Put that good hair to use. I've never had a fade. I don't know how to do it. Becca would hate me if I changed my hair just before our wedding. So maybe this is a post-wedding situation that that we do here. So you think that there's risk going with any one of these quarterbacks? Is there? Do you want them to start right away? Do you want what would you like to? What would be your ideal situation for the Jets? I guess now that you've seen Sam Darnold traded.
We had a couple of guys start right off the bat, and some guys do well, some guys sink right off the, and they do terrible, and next we're getting rid of them. So it's one of those. Mm-hmm. That's another hit and miss, situation that you really you go with the veteran quarterback, and we got rid of Flacco. So now what? We don't have a veteran to lean on. So
yeah, I think we have to bring a veteran in. For me, I would bring in.
Yeah.
Part of me wants to go the cheaper route, so you could bring in maybe like some more talent to surround your young quarterback with. So maybe like a Minshew in like a late trade, a 6th round pick or something.
Yeah, absolutely. And me being out here, I live near Detroit now. I moved out of the New York area, so I'm surrounded by Cleveland Browns fans and Detroit Lions fans. So I want to be a part of the winning team, not surrounded by these kind of teams, So,
dude! So you've been surrounded by the Jets forever, and then you've got like the Factory of Sadness in Cleveland. You got Detroit always being terrible. At least there's some excitement with Detroit for a little bit. But man, that is rough. That is middle of the country, just nothing going on with football.
No. Oh man, no oceans, no football. What is life, man? I don't even know.
That is tough. That is tough.
Man.
Now, let me ask you this. What would you like to go in terms of pick 23 and 34? Is there a particular position you're looking to possibly lean towards or a player maybe?
No, I do think we need to focus on our defensive backs, but I think that's a little too far in the draft to look at them. Mm-hmm. So I do think that maybe, some defensive lineman, a defensive end, somebody that could, double up. I don't really know how successful we'll be that far back. What's going to be left? Who's going to be left? So that's another tough call.
So, pick 23, I think, is so important to get a player at a premium position. Like, I don't love guard at that slot because I think there's a lot of good guards elsewhere. But if you get a cornerback or an edge rusher, you get that 5th-year option. And I think that's really valuable for those high-priced positions.
Without a doubt.
Now, I'm not going to be upset if they go guard. Like, if Elijah Tucker's there and they're like, hey, this guy's like a stud, plug-and-play day one starter, by all means, make the pick. I don't have a problem with it. But I do think cornerback and edge specifically are the two positions I sort of had us pegged for until, like, we struck out in free agency on the guards.
It's true. Wow. Well, it's good stuff, man. So I'm going to let you go. I'm at work, and I have to get out of here. I got to go back to work, working night shift. So,
I love it, brother. Keep working hard. I love it. Thank you so much for taking a little bit of time out of your day to talk some football with me.
Thank you, brother. Have a good one, man. Go Jets.
Take it easy. You've been ejected from the cockpit. Boom! Chicken across the screen. Who we got? Carlos Armaiz. Carlos, thank you so much for becoming a member of the channel. Really does mean a lot. Eddie DeJesus. Ryan, you're getting married. What happened to me and you, Eddie? I'm sorry, brother. I got down on a knee 2.5 years ago. COVID ruined my potential wedding last year. I was supposed to get married in May. Which begs the question. There was a point where if I got up to 10,000 subscribers, I could wear the pilot hat at one point during the night. And now I'm over 10,000. But we had to just move the wedding. Maybe I have to make it 20. If we get to 20 before the wedding, we'll see. You gotta have to share it with some of your friends to see that. Frankie, what's good, brother? Welcome to the cockpit.
What's up?
How you feeling about today's trade, brother?
Feeling good, man. I think Joe Douglas, man, he's gonna get arrested soon, man. He got that sentence. He's going out for robbery every time.
Dude, he's just stealing like everyone blind. Just sorry. I'm gonna take your 2 first-round picks, Seattle. Oh, and then I'll trade you number 2 for Wilson. And then that first-round pick that you traded us for next year, gonna be a top 10 pick next year.
Yeah, man. This guy knows what he's doing. 23. Everyone's going guard this like that. I say we go Kadarius Toney, the next Tyreek Hill. That's me personally.
Ooh. Okay.
Kadarius,
If you want to give your young quarterback a weapon for the next 5 years, I'm okay with that. It's not the way I would have gone, but I'm okay with it. We haven't surrounded our quarterbacks with talent, so if that's the pick, I do like him. He's an interesting player, and I think he could definitely be available. A lot of people are saying Bateman around that time as well. Yeah, I don't know. I would go.
Because
where does he wind up playing though? So now you got. I guess you wind up cutting Crowder probably, and make a little extra space.
Yeah, I mean I would. And then have Cole at 4.
Mm-hmm.
At the 4th position, because like the thing is, like you said before, guard isn't a premium 23 pick, because for all we know, we could take Wyatt Davis at 34. And it's also a really cornerback heavy draft.
Yeah, there's a few guys I like. I just don't love the idea, because if you go wide receiver at 23, then I think you're kind of pigeonholed into going guard at 34, because otherwise you're like hoping a third-round guy is going to be good enough to start for you, because I don't think we have one of our starting guards on the roster right now. I think we still need to get a starter. I have a hard time going wide receiver that early. If we'd gotten another pick for Sam this year, like in the second round, maybe I would get on board with that. But man, that is tough, because now you're going a lot later for a corner or a lot later for an edge, and man, we've just stunk so bad in those positions for so long.
I mean, this is one of the things where like you risk it. It's like a trade back. You're risking it. But at the end of the day, Joe Douglas does what he does, man. So.
Well, I could see us trading down from 23, adding more second-round picks. Like if there's a team that wants to give up maybe 2 second-round picks, or if we get a first next year, get an extra first next year to swap back, I'd be okay with that this year, I think.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Douglas loves his draft capital. I mean, he'll do whatever it takes to. If we get 2-3 picks for that 23 or whatever it is, he's taking it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be important for someone to like come up just in front of us, or just in front of like the Steelers, or someone that like, I don't know if there's a player that's falling. I don't know who that player would be, but it's like, it's tough. It'd be a little hard to swallow, because I want the extra player at 23, but then I also love like getting, draft capital. It's just so much fun.
Yeah. All I know is when Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars, the Mexicans take on the Jets, all I know is Carl Lawson got Trevor's name in the book. He's after him.
Dude.
I know that one.
Dude. I love it. I'm like, how badly do I want to see the Meth Kittens lose to the Jets with Zach Wilson at the helm versus Trevor Lawrence? Like, that would just make my heart like explode with happiness. I'd be so happy. Just because I was so sad when we lost the Trevor Lawrence sweepstakes to like really like stick it to him like first season. Now, it's a long game, because if he winds up having a better 20-year career, then it's whatever. I just want to have a successful quarterback. I just want to be happy and excited for our quarterback and play meaningful games at the end of the season. That's all I want.
Yeah, man. And another thing is, I like Darnold too, but he's probably gonna eat it too.
Yeah, that's just it. Like what happens with Carolina? Like, I want to root for Sam, but at the same time, like I'm not gonna root for. I'm rooting for Sam. I hope he has like 10,000 yards this season. But I hope the Carolina Panthers go 0-17. I hope he's just getting all his stats in garbage time, because I want a high pick for that second round pick. If you could get like basically where the Panthers are picking this year for that, man, that would be nice.
Yeah, I mean we're gonna beat the Panthers this year too.
I hope so. It only helps us. It's a double victory, brother. Thank you so much for calling in. You've been ejected from the cockpit. All right. Let's pick another qualifier. We're going to pick another qualifier. Let's see who comes up. Hey, yo, boppity boop. You're going to win a shirt, potentially. Ooh, Edward Stewart, my brother. Edward Stewart. Sorry, I got to write your name down. That's not how you spell Stewart. Stewart. Words are hard tonight. Edward Stewart, thank you so much for hanging out in the chat. You are qualified to win a shirt that I'm going to give away tomorrow. I'm going to give away a shirt tomorrow. It's a special secret shirt. Top secret shirt. You're not even going to know what it is. I'm not going to ask for your email. So someone who's one of these qualifiers going to win a shirt tomorrow. If you're tuning in after the stream has aired, all you have to do is go down below, leave a comment. If you're in the chat and you want to leave a comment on the video afterwards, that'll get you entered as well. We're going to go back to this video tomorrow to figure out who's going to win the shirt. I'm going to have you guys pick a little bit. Edward Stewart says, hello, Ryan. See, look, now we got two, what was it, KSE and Edward Stewart both answered. I still haven't seen Snowball. I don't think Snowball's actually like a thing. I think Snowball's a liar. Jeffrey R. says, I never win. Bye, dude. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't intentionally not pick you. I just, let Nightbot do it, and then Nightbot does it. What are you guys talking about? Jers boys. Ryan, you're a movie guy. How would you rank Scorsese and Kubrick as directors? Ooh, I don't know. That's tough. I'd have to see a list of both of their full lists completely to really peg which ones I like. I probably have not seen enough of each back to back where I would really know. Kubrick was he was 2001: A Space Odyssey, right? Like that. I'm pretty sure that's. Now I gotta look it up. That movie, it was 2001: A Space Odyssey. The Shining. Oh, I love The Shining. That was a really good one. Full Metal Jacket's a good one. Oh man. All right, so we got some good ones. The main ones for me are The Shining, 2001: A Space Odyssey. I actually never saw Clockwork Orange. And then Full Metal Jacket. And then where were we? Film. Sorry. Just trying to give you a quick thought process on this. All right, so we're talking Gangs of New York, Goodfellas. Oh, it's all the Italian ones. See? I saw a bunch of these. I guess Shutter Island, Departed, Aviator, Gangs of New York. Oh, man, that's a good one. I would say I probably like more from Scorsese across the board. I thought that The Departed was a crazy good movie. I didn't really love The Irishman, though. That felt really rough. A long ass movie. I liked Wolf of Wall Street. That was really good. So I'll go with Scorsese. That's my pick. All right, back to the phones. Google Voice is up. Numbers on the screen, boys and girls. Mike Lee, thank you so much for the super chat. Mike Lee says, like last stream, no buying the rookie quarterback jersey. No! See, what I'm going to do is during the draft, when we have our live stream for the draft, we're going to give away a jersey. You're going to give away 2 jerseys. So you're going to get a jersey for either the first pick, or I guess number 2 pick, or the number 23 pick. Now, I apologize in advance if they're impossible to get and they're back ordered, then I just kind of have to wait a little bit to do it. But someone during our live stream is going to be winning a brand new rookie jersey. So I guess that's is that me buying the jersey and is that bad luck, Mike Lee, or is that someone else getting the jersey and that's either not my luck? I don't want to jinx us. Oh man, literally every single jersey I buy, it never fails. I got to get a good old retro jersey. Joe, what's good, brother? Welcome to the cockpit. I'm sorry I accidentally hung up on you before.
No, Ryan, I did it. You didn't do that.
Okay. So how are you feeling about today's trade?
I'm real happy, man. I tell you what, Joe Douglas knocked it out of the park. He did better than I expected.
Yeah, seriously. If you had told me that we'd get 3 picks for Sam Darnold with one of them being a second-round pick, I'd be pretty surprised. I thought a second-round pick was the highest we'd get, and it would just be a second. Now, I guess you consider a future second as a third this year, and then the value's a little wonky. But I like it. I think it makes a ton of sense.
Yeah, I thought the second-round pick should have been conditional, if that was possible.
Ooh,
Let's
yeah.
just say North Carolina goes to the Carolina, they call it, but they play in Charlotte. Let's say they go to the NFC Championship. You know that's not going to happen. Then that could come. Then that could become a first round. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I would like that. I wonder if that like scared them away enough where it was like, well, I always like the idea of doing conditional picks. Like, have your floor be a little more risky. Like maybe it's a third-round pick that you get, and then it's like, okay, well, if he starts, more than half the season, or starts like make it a relatively easy thing to get to the second, but then make it like really hard to get that first, and then if it happens, you're like, oh my God, we got it.
Hey,
but then
I'm just happy,
like,
man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, dude. No. I think it's a good trade.
I'm just happy. Yeah, I thought it was a great trade. I'm just happy that we're going to get Zach Wilson.
Yeah, I think. Well, so this is what we've been talking about a little bit about this stream. Are you concerned that like we're making the wrong pick since it's a shortened season? Do you want Fields? Would you be upset if Wilson went 1 and Trevor Lawrence falls to us? Like what do we do? Like I don't want to be overly committed on one quarterback and then like just completely go sideways.
I'll tell you what. If we get Trevor or Zach, I'm fine with that. I don't want Fields. I think he has talent, and he might have more talent than all of them. But at the end of the day, I don't see him being much better than what Cam Newton is. He's a little more accurate, but I see him pretty much maybe having 4 or 5 good years in the league and then fading out. Like the way Lamar Jackson, who I feel, is going to eventually fade out as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the concern with like a running quarterback like that. Like I think Lamar Jackson is like what is it, like a white dwarf? It burns like twice as bright but lives like half as long. So like you might get a 10-year career out of that type of quarterback, but you're going to get like an elite 10 years out of him. Whereas like maybe someone who doesn't run like that, you might get like a 20-year career, but maybe the ceiling isn't quite as high.
Yeah, you know what, Deshaun Watson, I'm going to be honest with you, man. Yeah. I know he's a great quarterback. He might even be a Hall of Famer one day. But honestly, I don't want him, man. You have 18 girls that accuse him,
I think it's 22. I think it's 21 or 22 now. Yeah, it's a lot.
I mean,
like, there's too much smoke to that fire.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, he's a tall, good-looking guy. He's famous. He has money. I could see him, trying to hit on girls. I don't know if he, I love giving people the benefit of the doubt, giving them their due, until proven guilty.
Sure, sure.
But
there's just a lot to that. Like you don't get 21. That's just it. Like 1. Then it was like 3, and I was like, all right, that's a little weird. And then it was like 8, and I was like, oh, that's not good. And then it was like 13 and 20, and I was like, okay, I'm out. Like I would still like.
I agree, man. You gotta stay away.
That's just it. Like I don't think Douglas makes that move. If this was a year later and like you figured out a resolution to it, like, but the dude, I mean, I think has there been a criminal case filed? I think there has been one criminal case filed.
Yeah, there has been.
Him.
Yeah.
So now you're talking like, what if the dude goes to jail? Could you imagine trading 2 for a quarterback and then like he doesn't? Oh God, that would be awful.
That'd be awful.
That would be so bad. You have to just take the rookie and just groom your own quarterback. That's like what means the most. Like that would be the only thing. Like even before the whole allegations with Deshaun Watson, it was still like I would love to groom our own quarterback, than like just trade for a proven commodity, because it feels like you're, I don't know. It feels like buying something with mom or dad's money and not your own.
Yeah, you're right. And who's to say Zach Wilson won't turn out to be another Aaron Rodgers, who some people are comparing him to? Because Deshaun Watson is not better than Aaron Rodgers. Let's be realistic.
Yeah, no, not right now. I mean, he's still got 10 years to go, but Aaron Rodgers is incredible. Yeah. I mean, would you take Aaron Rodgers for like 3 seasons?
Right now?
Ooh, you've been ejected from the cockpit. Sorry, Joe. Oh, God. Oh, man. All right, boys and girls, we got 25 minutes left in this stream. I want to hear your thoughts. I'm going to give away a shirt tomorrow. I'm going to pick one more potential qualifier. You got to be tuning in tomorrow, though, to figure out who it's going to be. It's going to be at the end of the Tuesday show. Who we got? Who's on the phone?
Call from
Richard.
Richard, what's good, dude? Welcome to the cockpit.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing
what?
much. How you
I
feeling
don't
about today's trade?
understand sorry.
Sorry. How you feeling about today's trade?
Yeah, I think it's good trade. I didn't think we were getting a first by any means, so it was good, fine. I still don't understand what is going on with Brian Poole though. Why? What
Oh God, that kills me. I want to bring him back in the worst way, and I don't know if we're just like holding out hope that he's gonna like drop in price, but he feels like he was just the perfect fit for the slot cornerback position, and he's played well the last 2 years. Like, just give the guy his money.
I know. I don't understand. Like I feel like we have the money. We played in the system. I don't know. I feel like
Dude,
it's
he
weird.
felt like
It's like, do they know something we don't know? Why is the rest of the league not paying him? I don't understand.
That is my fear as well. Like maybe they think the injury is a little worse than it was, or maybe they think that he's just like, is it a personality trait? I don't know. Like it doesn't feel like it makes any sense. Like you have arguably the best slot cornerback sitting there just waiting. Like why not pull the trigger? Like we need cornerback help. Like he was your best cornerback. Like why are you not? I don't know. Something doesn't smell right.
Yeah, I remember at one point in his career with Jets, he was like a top 5 cornerback in the league for like a few weeks, and it was insane.
Yeah, I think this year he only played like half the season, but he wound up finishing graded on Pro Football Focus as I think it was like the 8th best cornerback in the league.
Yeah,
it's pretty impressive.
I don't get it. I straight up don't get it.
Dude, It was just like, although I guess this, yeah. So someone makes a good point. Gitmo says Poole didn't play well for the new defensive coordinator that we got from Atlanta. So that's an interesting connection there. That makes a lot of sense.
I just feel like he's not that expensive. I feel like we could get him for probably like $6 million at most. I don't know.
Well, that's just. I don't even think you have to give him that much because we gave him 5 last year, and the salary cap's dropped. Like I think you could get him for. I mean, the longer he sits out there, $3 million, $4 million. Like I said we should give him like 3 years, 18 million or whatever, like 6 million, 6 million, 6 million. I thought that was like a good deal, but now it's just, he's sitting so long, you should be able to get him even cheaper.
I know. I don't know what's going on. We haven't really addressed cornerback. Do they trust all their corners? I don't know. I feel like they shouldn't just draft corners, you know?
Yeah, I don't trust our corners right now. I would have liked to have brought some help in. Maybe they have Richard Sherman in their back pocket eventually. Like I think that could be an interesting situation where you bring him in after the draft. I think you're going to have to draft at least one cornerback, and it's got to be with a pretty high pick, I would think.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's probably our second first rounder, I think.
That's what it feels like. 23 is the perfect spot to potentially get J.C. Horn. Maybe they're holding out on bringing in a cornerback because the cornerback market was already pretty weak, I felt like, in free agency. So if they just wait till the draft, you see if you could get J.C. Horn. If you get J.C. Horn, then you don't have to spend as much on maybe like a Sherman. But if you have to get like a guard or an edge rusher at 23, and then you don't know who's going to be available at 34, then maybe you pay Sherman a little bit more money to make sure you get a cornerback in. Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird position because I don't want to put a ton of assets into defense, especially when you're taking a rookie quarterback. But those are some big areas of need.
They need corner.
Now, what about this? Do you go offense, just completely OD on offense this year, and then you have the 2 firsts next year, you got the 2 seconds next year, and then you start building the defense with some cheaper pieces on that side? I don't know.
My only thing about offense is I don't know. I don't know about going offense. I feel like defense is fine to go after. I don't want to spend. I don't think it's a good idea to get to go after only offensive linemen and tight end. I don't know. I feel like it's not good to stack up. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't love tight end, and I like the receivers we brought in, so I don't want to go too crazy. Brother, thank you so much for the call. You've been ejected from the cafe. Oh man, I could do that all night. I could do it all night. Ooh. Jude, what you talking about? 45, that's a good move. 45. If we don't re-sign Poole, we should go with Kerry Vincent Jr. hands down. I like Kerry Vincent Jr. He's been a good late-round pick in a lot of the mock drafts.
Timmy Vaca. To accept.
Ooh, Timmy Vaca. What's up, dude? Welcome to the cockpit.
Thank you. How are you, brother?
Not too bad. How you feeling about today's trade? What do you think about the Sam Darnold trade?
I'm loving it, man. More importantly, we got $4.5 million to play with to sign some more free agents with the cuts.
Yeah, that's a nice little positive too.
I would have loved to turn that 6 this year into a 4th and a 4th next and a 6th next year.
Ooh, yeah, I like the idea of trading some picks this year to get future picks. Like if you could trade 34, like if you trade 34 for a first next year, or like, you know, I do like the outlook of having a full college season to grade guys. I'm leery about this draft. I think there's going to be a lot of guys that are taken really high that should not be really high, and I think a lot of guys are going to get drafted late that are going to be way better than guys that were drafted before them because of this whole confusion that's going on.
Yeah, honest to God, I was a stick with Sam and draft back or trade back.
Yeah.
Because this year more than any other year, you got guys who haven't played or played very little, so you don't know who you're getting. So the way I looked at it was the more lottery picks, the better. Yeah,
that's a good thought process as well, because everything is such a crapshoot. If you have a ton of darts you can throw at the dartboard, you're more likely to get a bullseye if you're ripping them all at the same time, as opposed to like, it's a 35% chance of getting a successful quarterback at the top of the draft, or it's, a 50% chance of drafting any other position at the top of the draft, and it only gets less as you go down. So you really need a good GM.
No, absolutely. And you know what? The way I look at it is you got to break this draft into 3 parts.
Mm-hmm.
We have to fill the interior O-line. We got to fill defensive ends, and we need cornerbacks.
100%.
We need a QB1, and we need a slot corner at the very minimum. And there's just too many holes to fill.
Yeah,
we need 2, maybe 3 edges. We need 1, maybe 2 tight ends at the end of the rainbow, and we need 1 or 2 linebackers.
So I think linebacker is a sneaky position you need. I don't think we need as many edge rushers. I think I would double dip if the value presents itself. Like if, say, Kwity Paye. I did a mock draft last week or 2 weeks ago where Kwity Paye fell to 23. We took him, and then Wyatt Davis fell to 34, so we took him there. Or no, Creed Humphrey fell to 34th. We're like, oh man, I can't believe that actually happened. And then we took Patrick Jones out of UCLA, beginning of the 3rd maybe. So like, I like the idea of double dipping at edge. Cornerback.
No, we have to.
Like right now,
if you think about it, look who we lost in free agency. We have no edges on the team besides Carl.
Yeah, but we also. And we got Vinny Curry, too. So, like, I wouldn't like Curry to be our full-time starter, but I think he's a great situational guy. So if we're
lucky to get 5 games out of Vinny Curry, I'd be impressed.
I think we'll get more than that out of him. He seems like a pretty situational type guy. Like, he's really only used on, like, 3rd downs. We just have to get them into a 3rd and long and, like, have to score points on the offensive side. Like, situational pass rushers are so much more valuable when you can play with a lead. Like, defense gets a lot easier when you're playing with a lead. Unfortunately, we just can't score points. As far as tight end goes, I want to see Herndon get a shot again. I know there's like, I love, Pitt, not UCLA. My bad, Liam. My bad. I screwed up. Not UCLA. I knew it was a blue team with yellow on it. I'm wrong. It's all right. So what do you want to see the Jets do for backup?
We're not going to get tight end. We're not going to address tight ends maybe the 5th, maybe 6th round.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a later need. I would be okay with just completely omitting tight end this year and rolling it back with Herndon just to see what we got. Herndon, Griffin, Wesco, and just see what you have in a system.
That's the wild card right now is Wesco. What's Wesco going to do?
I think he's a special team at best.
Can he play the usage role that they played in San Francisco? Who is he?
At
What does he
fullback?
do at fullback, H-back, and tight end?
Yeah, that's almost how I feel like Enunwa was almost used that way. Like back in, God, what was that? Bowles' second year, third year, whatever that was. That H-back kind of like split out. I don't know. I like tight end. I like the tight end, and I think with Wesco, maybe if we move him over to that spot. Brother, thank you so much for the call. You've been ejected from the cockpit. Bum, bum, bum. Enunciate would be perfect in the enunciate. What are you talking about? Oh, Nick Eubanks. That's what you're talking about. Herndon's a bum. Troy, I know. Look, Herndon was very upsetting. He was my biggest dud from last season. That was God, that just sucked watching him stink. I still want to see him in this new offense. He's cheap. Run it back with him. He has great upside. But if he has another season like next year, then you just draft the guy the year after. Or you trade for a guy.
Ezra.
Ezra, what's up, brother? Welcome to the cockpit.
What's up, Ryan?
I'm feeling pretty good today. I'm wearing my Sam Darnold RIP. It's probably the last time I'm going to be able to wear this now. Going to go in the...
Okay, so this is what I want to talk about today.
Let's go. What do you want to talk about?
So, I think, I was always on the Zach Wilson train. It makes a lot more sense, right? But the people out there just saying that Sam Darnold, just thinks he's so bad, I just can't see it. He's still...
Yeah, I don't think that's true.
People aren't seeing that. People are looking at him like he's a 3-year vet, should be in the Pro Bowl already. Look, this is what he is. He has a lot of good traits, but they were just never developed. That's what a rookie is. It's the coach's job and the team around him's job to help develop the traits. But when you have Adam Gase and Dowell Loggins as your quarterback coach, it's not really going to be developed. And also, people are
we didn't give him any shot.
Yeah, zero shot. Hopefully, he's at least good in Carolina for the next 2 years. I heard they gave him the 5th-year option already.
Yeah, I heard the 5th-year option was exercised. I hope he's not that good to start because I want that high second-round pick next year. But I agree. I think, to an extent, I think we still saw 3 years of Sam Darnold. I think regardless of what Gase and Loggins did not do to help, the Jets shot themselves in the foot. We didn't surround him with talent. We didn't give him a quarterback coach. We didn't give him an offensive coordinator. We had a head coach that took over the mantle of all those positions, and that's a big issue.
Yeah.
But
also,
I think
people yeah, go on.
I think that since we have the 3 years of Sam on tape, and you're looking at year 4, year 5, that's where I think that's where a lot of Jet fans are. It's not that they didn't like Sam Darnold or that they think that he stinks completely. I think it's hey, we have to make a decision. You almost have to sign Sam to a 3-year deal to risk running it back with him, which just didn't feel like a smart move for.
I definitely think that they should have drafted Wilson and traded Sam. It's the right thing that they needed to do. It doesn't make a lot of sense for them to keep Sam. They should just move on. They have the lottery pick, number 2, great pick. But people out there are just saying Sam stinks. I don't know. I heard some guy on your show before say him and his dad bet for a 4th-round pick.
Yeah, that was Eli. Eli, he's throwing darts at you. I agree. I think he's better than I still think he had. There's no way. I thought he was getting a second. Even the most recent video I released, I said Carolina's pick 39. That's what I thought we'd get.
Look,
which
also,
I'm actually curious.
About their regression.
Yeah.
People like to speak about their regression and how it's not Adam Gase's fault that he's missing throws out on the field. Well, actually, it is. They never got him a quarterback coach. His legs, he's bad. He's bad with mechanics in his feet and his legs. The way he throws the ball, he's gonna be very inconsistent when he throws. You gotta get him a coach to teach him to get out of that, have some normal mechanics. That's why he's being so inconsistent with his accuracy. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me why they never got him a quarterback coach.
Yeah, the whole not having a quarterback coach thing made absolutely zero sense to me. Why would you want to have less coaching around Sam Darnold?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
The whole hiring of Adam Gase, initially, all Jet fans were like, "This sucks." Why did we do this?
Yeah.
This just feels so dumb. And then Christopher Johnson comes out and he says, "Oh, I needed."
Into being happy.
Oh no! See, I couldn't even trick myself into being happy. I was more of the mindset of last year, or I guess 2019. We had so many injuries that I'm okay, holding judgment on Adam Gase until year 2. But it did not feel good. It was oh, this is ugly.
I don't know if you listen to this idiot Colin Coward, but he was the only guy on the Adam Gase hype train. So I was like, you know what? Let me listen to him. And he's the whole time, wow, Nick Saban loves him. Nick Saban loves him. Everybody's calling him a genius. He's Kyle Shanahan. I'm like, let's go. Hyping myself into Adam Gase.
Ooh, that's a kick in the balls then.
Yeah.
like it's like, oh, I can't. See, I'll listen to Cowherd, and I take everything he says with a grain of salt because he's a Patriot fan, he's a Dallas fan, and he's like basically like an LA fan. So he was ripping on the Jets for possibly taking Baker Mayfield before the draft and loving the thought of Sam going to the Browns and then it flip-flops, and then you had to watch him like sort of backtrack and be like, oh, well, the Jets and Sam Darnold.
And he still can't get over it. He's still all on the Darnold hype train. I don't know if you ever listened to him.
I haven't listened to him recently, but I know he was thinking about the Jets trading back and then running it back with Sam because he believed that like the new regime would be good.
Yeah, I don't know. The guy's crazy.
Yeah, basically every media personality that I saw for the most part was like very pro Sam Darnold because I think you still want to try and get him on the show, and then you say like, oh, they really did you wrong. I think this was a good move. Oh yeah, 100%. Brother, thank you so much for that call. You've been ejected from the cockpit. RJ McPott, who will have a better Gase-freed year in 21, Sam or Herndon? I'm gonna say Sam because Herndon had a really bad year with like still getting some throws his way, and Sam's getting Joe Brady and Christian McCaffrey and Robbie Anderson.
Call
I like that.
Dave from Atlanta.
Dave from Atlanta, give me just a second. I'm just going to rattle off a super chat real quick. Dimitri, thank you so much for the super chat. Says Jets should double down on interior offensive line early in the draft. 2 new guards or a center and a guard would be great for a rookie quarterback. All O-line positions would be set. I'm okay with double dipping at O-line depending on who's available. I surround the quarterback with as much talent as possible, build the wall in front of him. But man, I still want a corner and I still want an edge rusher. And I feel like doing it that early just kind of hurts a little bit. All right, brother. Sorry. What is your thoughts on the Sam Darnold trade, my friend?
I'm a part of the boat that wanted to keep him in trade down, so it was a tough scene.
So you're a little shot in the gut?
Yeah, and then I felt bad for Teddy because now he's getting replaced by Sam Darnold again.
Oh, dude, I feel so bad for Teddy. Like, he's such a good guy. He's just like, oh, hey, remember that Sam Darnold character that was around here? And remember how, Rule was, interested in coaching him? Well, guess what? Rule's your coach now, and Sam Darnold's on the trade market, and he's probably like, oh, God, this can't happen again. And bam! Sam Darnold to the Panthers.
I don't know how I feel about it, man.
So what do you think the Jets should do? Are you, now that Sam's moved on, are you Wilson or Fields? I would assume probably Wilson. I think a lot of Jet fans are kind of buying into the Wilson thing.
I don't know. I wouldn't mind either one, Wilson or Fields. Mm-hmm. But I'm feeling that the Jaguars are going to pull the Browns and pick Wilson, and that's going to leave us with Trevor Lawrence. Just like, Sam
with
Darnold
Sam.
and Baker. Yep.
Dude, that would be incredible. I'm going to have to oh God, I need to be ready for all potential outcomes for draft night. I have I'm going to be giving away a shirt. O'Leary's in the chat. What's up, O'Leary? Who's coming to hang out for the mock draft after this? The mock draft's going to be over on Green Bean's channel, so make sure you tune into that. I'm actually, after your call, I'm going to have to hop off and go over to that channel. But I'm sorry, where were we? I lost my train of thought there. I got excited. Squirrel!
Jaguars picking Wilson.
Oh, dude, yeah. Could you imagine if they wind up taking Wilson because of all the hype? And I have such a hard time seeing it because of all the hype around Trevor Lawrence. If you're wrong and you take Trevor Lawrence, you can survive that, I think. But if you're wrong on Wilson, you are gone. There's no way. You get 3 years and you're out the door.
Imagine if the Browns took Sam Darnold and then we had Baker.
That's true. Dude, I was all about Broadway Baker. That was my guy, that draft. I thought Sam was going 1. I didn't think there was any shot he was going 3, but I would have taken Sam. Sam was my number 1 quarterback that year.
I just hope for the best. I'm team first.
Oh, yeah. Dude, it's got to be you wear the name on the front of the jersey, the Jets. That's the one that matters. Everything else falls into place, and then I just root for my guy. I don't care who it is. I'm just going to root for him. Root my heart out. Now, what do you want to see us do for the backup quarterback? Because I don't think James Morgan is going to be our backup.
I hope we don't draft a third-round quarterback again, or that was
No!
fourth round.
No!
Don't
do that. Cannot do it. I'm done with that. I feel like you got to bring in some kind of vet, though. There's got to be someone out there.
What veterans are available?
Is McCown still around? Is he, or did he sign with he was with the Texans last year for a little bit. I don't know where he's at right now. I love McCown, but he's just maybe too close to Sam Darnold. Maybe that's weird.
Isn't he like a coach for?
He was. They were interviewing him for head coach of the Texans. Like that felt incredibly wrong. But I don't think he ever got a job. I don't think he's a. Let me see. Now I got to look it up. Josh McCown. Go to his wiki, see where he's at.
But I heard he had a deal. Like he only had to come on Thursdays or something. Like, didn't he have to do that?
I mean, there's really he's playing the on-field quarterback coach. Like McCown was our default quarterback coach. While we had Adam Gase, well, how long did we have him? Was it 2 years? Did we have him? Or no, it was with Bowles, right?
Yeah, we had him with Bowles. Adam Gase. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he was gone for that. Screw Adam Gase. I hate him. I can't stand this guy. Oh, if I
really
never have to
wanted him
say that name.
Seahawks. Oh man, I would have loved that. I would have. Ooh, Jamal Adams. Sorry,
Oh God, him going to Seattle would just I'd be like, or trading out and getting Russell Wilson and Jamal being. Oh God, I want nothing more than watching Jamal just flounder and not get his money, and he just bugs the crap out of me.
I saw this tweet with Robbie, and he said, me and Sam just didn't connect, but he's still my guy. So I hope his feelings change on that, and hopefully they can work something out.
Right, brother? Oh, you've been ejected from the cockpit. All right, boys and girls. We're going to pick one more winner, qualifier to be a winner to get a shirt on tomorrow's stream. Nightbot's going to throw in a winner here. Qualifier. Keep saying that. Sorry. I'm going to jot down this next person's name. Let's see who gets it. Creator. Creator with a K. Someone does not know how to spell words. Creator, you are going to be the fourth person to qualify for the shirt giveaway tomorrow. If you want to get entered to win after the stream is all done, just comment down below. All you have to do is comment down below in this video. And then you'll get your opportunity to potentially get picked for the shirt giveaway tomorrow. A top secret shirt that you're not even going to know what you're getting. I'm just going to ask your shirt size. I'm going to send it to you. And then who knows? Maybe you don't like it, but I'm having fun with it. You're going to have it for draft night. And that's the important part. All right, boys and girls. I'm going to be live over on Green Bean's channel in 2 minutes. So make sure you head over to that. But I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name's Ryan. I've been your pilot tonight. Oh, Jets Talk. Signing off, boys and girls. Jets.